الله أكبر الله أكبر. الله أكبر الله أكبر. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. حي على الصلاة. حي على الصلاة. حي على الفلاح. حي على الفلاح. الله أكبر الله أكبر. لا إله إلا الله.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to accept from us, inshallah, and bless us with that opportunity and moment on this blessed day in which our du'as are accepted and listened to. Firstly and foremost, we have some du'as. We ask that you make du'a for our beloved young son, our community member Zain Yusuf. He was having some problems again in the hospital, and he's going to be expected to have surgery sometime soon. So please, every single one of you, please continue to make du'a for him, inshallah, for complete shifa and ease for the family as well. We also make du'a for a sister who passed away. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. The sister Tahira Siddiqa, who recently passed away. May Allah grant her the highest level of Jannah, give ease and forgiveness to her and to the family, inshallah. Al-Shifa Clinic will be here next Jummah, alhamdulillah. They're starting their free flu shots up for the season once again. We're going to be the first masjid that gets to utilize this amazing service once again. So please come here for Jummah next week, and after that we're going to have flu shots for all those that are interested. Once again, this is going to be taken care of by Al-Shifa Clinic. Starting tomorrow, the prayer time changes. Will be Fajr at 5:45 a.m. and Isha will be at 8:30. So everybody who looks up prayer times on your phone, this is the official transition into the ISNA calendar. Alhamdulillah, the local masajids are using this, and we wanted to be in uniformity. So as a result, beginning tomorrow, we'll be on the ISNA timing. So once again, Fajr 5:45 and Isha at 8:30. As a reminder, please don't leave clothes and toys here at the masjid. We're not collecting them at this time, nor are we distributing them, so we don't want those to go to waste, nor do we want your waste here at the masjid. So please, as a reminder, don't bring your clothes, your toys. You can come ask us, we can tell you where to take it, but we're no longer collecting it here at ICIE. We have an amazing event this coming Sunday, which is the Eid picnic. We're still celebrating, we still have meat. Sunday, September 10th at Heritage Park on Beryl and Hillside. Once again, this is going to be this coming Sunday for all the friends, families. Doesn't matter which community you're coming from 11 to 6 p.m., 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. BBM, burgers, biryani, and more will be provided. Bring your families and come celebrate with us, inshallah. Ansar Academy School, Sunday School and Youth Group, Sunday through Sunday starts at 9 a.m. Youth Group starts at 10:15. If you want information about this, stop by in the office. Ansar Academy is also offering a year-round Quran class for ages 14 through 18 on Fridays from 4 to 6 p.m. Applications available inside the office. We still have unlimited Scandia tickets. If you're interested, stop by the office. You save $12 a ticket from buying it there, and it's good till February. We have a program here tonight, CARE Know Your Rights Workshop. It's a really good program. They're going to have an attorney here to explain to you your rights, especially with the current climate and situation. Whether you're traveling, you have questions, whatever it may be, this is a really good opportunity to attend this program. It's going to take place after Maghrib tonight, so it's going to begin around 7:30 inshallah, and there will be light refreshments inshallah. And lastly and most importantly, our Khatib, Dr. Imad Bayoun.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. حي على الصلاة، حي على الصلاة، حي على الفلاح، حي على الفلاح. الله أكبر، الله أكبر. لا إله إلا الله.
إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستهديه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا وسيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فهو المهتد ومن يضلل فلن تجد له وليا مرشدا ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له عليه توكلنا إليه أنبنا إليه المصير خصنا بخير كتاب أنزل وخير نبي أرسل وخير منهاج شرع فقال عز من قائل اليوم أكملت لكم دينكم وأتممت عليكم نعمتي ورضيت لكم الإسلام دينا ونشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله وصفيه من خلقه وخليله بلغ الرسالة وأدى الأمانة ونصح الأمة وتركنا على المحجة البيضاء ليلها كنهارها لا يزيغ عنها إلا هالك عليه وعلى آله وصحبه أفضل الصلاة وأتم التسليم اللهم أحينا على سنته وأمتنا على ملته واحشرنا مع زمرته يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون O you who believe, fear Allah as you should and do not accept as Muslims. أما بعد فإن خير الكلام كتاب الله وخير الهدي هدي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وشر الأمور محدثاتها وكل بدعة ضلالة. Truly the best of the words is the book of Allah and the best of the guidance is the guidance of the Prophet عليه الصلاة والسلام. And the worst of the matters are the false innovations in the religion, any such thing as a misguidance. My brothers and sisters, in the midst of the changing events, you know, the repeal of, or the attempt to repeal DACA and of course, the danger of the Irma and the intensified plight of the Rohingyas in Myanmar, I think we should ask ourselves that is there a role for me to play in life, in anything? What is the goal of my life? What am I living for? And I think these are questions that we should ask ourselves. I mean, not just at this time, but at any time, as to what is it that I'm living for? Do I have a goal, or am I just surviving, basically, responding to life as it comes? Now, of course, everybody's goal is to be happy. Even the chronic complainers want to be happy. So in that pursuit of happiness, some people try to find that happiness in different places. In that pursuit of happiness, some people actually look for experiences, partial experiences. So they think that happiness lies in taking a vacation, a boat trip, doing something, buying certain things, and there's nothing wrong in that itself. And they think that when doing that, that they're living their life to the fullest, that this is really what's meaningful. But is that so? Is that really what matters? Is that what brings meaning to a person's life? Or sometimes in that pursuit of a good life, some people will try to amass as much fortune as they can. And also there's nothing wrong with that. The Prophet ﷺ did say, نِعْمَ الْمَالُ الصَّالِحِ لِلْعَبْدِ الصَّالِحِ. It is good to have good money in the hand of a good servant. So it's not wrong that. But is that what determines success? And that's really what we're sometimes told all the time, that this is really what determines a person's net worth, so to speak, in terms of financial resources. But is that so? Is that really what a good life is about? Or is it something more than that? Because if you think about it, that these things actually do not last. These things actually are available for a certain time. We may have taken so many vacations, but if you go through any hardship, all of that is forgotten. We ask Allah to protect everybody. And then how many people, rich people, and happy people, so to speak, have come to this life and have left as if they've never existed? There are so many people that were able to amass a lot of fortune and they've had a lot of fun experiences, so to speak, but when they left, as if they've never existed. So is this really what I'm looking for? Is this something that is worth living for? The things that I mentioned, or is there something actually deeper than that? Are they what last? Is this my legacy? Is this something that I can present on the Day of Judgment? Ya Allah, here's what I've done. I think there's nothing wrong with seeking happiness or seeking fun experiences or wealth, but I think more than pursuing a happy life, we should pursue a significant life. Something that really matters. And the concept of significance is easy actually, it's not complicated. What I mean by a significant life is to live a meaningful life, is to make a difference for the world around me and for myself. It's that simple, basically. And what I mean making a difference to the world around me, I'm not saying that we have to change the cosmos, but at least in my immediate world environment, making a difference, leaving something behind or making a difference in somebody's life, or in my own life. Basically learning something new, growing and developing. That's why it's really sad sometimes when you find somebody that starts his life dealing with a certain problem, and by the end of his life, he's still dealing with the same problem. Now, a person like that has not really developed actually much. But I'm talking about learning something, changing about oneself, changing things about oneself, but not remaining the same person throughout life. So having a significant life means all of the above. So leading a significant life as such may not necessarily mean a happy life. So it's not how much fun I've had, but actually how much I grew, how much difference I made. And this, if you think about it, this may bring you happiness at a much deeper level. It will bring you a real happiness, but not just a fun type of happiness. A significant life isn't necessarily famous. It's not how many followers you have on the internet or how many likes you get, but how significant it is. You know, the Prophet ﷺ told us of a baghi, a woman, not a decent woman from Banu Israel, that had all of her sins forgotten because she gave water to a thirsty dog. You know, if the Prophet hadn't told us about that story, nobody would know about it. It happened, there was nobody around except that woman and the dog. This is it. There were only two of them. So it was not something famous, but it was definitely significant. It was so significant that it earned her the forgiveness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala of everything that she's done before. So a significant life may not necessarily mean that it has to be famous. A significant life does not mean that you have to change the whole universe, the whole world. But making something different. You know, there's a story that once an ocean tide, brought millions of starfishes into the shore. And these starfishes started dying. So a person grabbed a couple of these and he started throwing them back to the ocean. So a person told him, well, what difference will it make? Just these 2 or 3 that you're throwing back compared to the million. And the man said, to those fishes that I'm throwing back, it makes a difference. In other words, it does make a difference. Nothing is insignificant. See, that's what the Prophet ﷺ said. وَلَا تَحْقِرَنَّ مِنَ الْمَعْرُوفِ شَيْئًا. That nothing is insignificant in the eyes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. A significant life is not necessarily unique, or is not something that is different. You know, if you think about it, all of us are unique in a certain way, because we're all a unique combination of the different factors that made us who we are, the choices that we make. But that uniqueness may not translate into significance. A person may have a unique eye color. It does not make them special, or does not make them significant. Or a certain skin color. These are not things that we have chosen, but these are things that were given to us. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one that fashions us in the wombs of our mothers. As He said, هُوَ الَّذِي يُصَوِّرُكُمْ فِي الْأَرْحَامِ كَيْفَ يَشَاءُ. It is He who gives us this shape. So I cannot claim credit for something that was given to me. And in the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ, Allah does not look at your shapes, but looks at your deeds and your hearts. So this is really what makes a difference. So basically, to be significant or to have a significant life, it doesn't mean that you have to be something completely off the wall, something completely unique, but to make actually a difference. A significant life is real. It's not virtual. In other words, you know, the social media today sometimes gives us the illusion of significance. I posted something and I got thousands of likes, but yet a few minutes later it's forgotten as if I haven't written anything. I'm not dismissing that. That could still be an important tool, but a significant life is real. In other words, when I see what's happening to the Rohingyas, instead of basically pressing a sad emoji or whatever, reach into your pocket and then donate. When you hear of the attempt to repeal DACA, instead of actually pressing this anger emoji, contact your congressman and ask him to defend that. That's really what I'm talking about. So a significance is real, it's not virtual. You know, the hadith that the Prophet mentioned, ﷺ, where he says, وَلَا تَحْقِرَنَّ مِنَ الْمَعْرُوفِ شَيْئًا. He said, do not dismiss as insignificant any action. He says, وَلَوْ أَن تَلْقَ أَخَاكَ بِوَجْهٍ طَلْقٍ. So here the Prophet, as if he's mentioning the minimum. He says, at least meeting your brothers and sisters with a smiling face. He did not say pressing an emoji, a smiley, sending a smiley, but actually smiling in the face of your brothers and sisters. Make it personal. This is the real that we're talking about. So a significant life is real. The significant life is goal-oriented. You know, if you have a goal or a vision that you're pursuing, then everything becomes meaningful. Everything becomes significant. In other words, I have a direction that I set to myself. I know what I'm trying to achieve in life. I'm not saying you have to be specific, but I think we have to think as to what we want from life. What is it that I can serve? What is it that I can offer? What is it that I can make a difference in? And if I have a certain direction in my life, then everything else that I do will have a certain meaning, will have a certain beauty to it, will bring me a certain form of happiness. And at the least, as the Prophet ﷺ said, من كان يؤمن بالله واليوم الآخر فليقل خيرا أو ليصمت. If I cannot contribute something positive, if I can say something nice, at least I should not say something negative. So this is the least that the person actually can do. My brothers and sisters, these questions are things that we have to ask ourselves. And time is going to pass very quickly. That's why we should stop and evaluate and think of what we want actually from life. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه من والاه. My brothers and sisters, a significant life, more than anything else, is centered around pleasing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is the most basic reality, but yet the most forgotten one, unfortunately. In other words, sometimes when trying to do something good, we say that I'm doing it because I like to do something good, and this is something nice, I'm not dismissing that. Or I do it because I care, whatever. But what about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Am I doing it for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? You know, there are different levels of intentions. The highest level is to do it for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. In other words, I'm doing it for Him. Ya Allah, I'm doing it for you. So do I have something that I can present to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and say that I've done it for you, Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Something that I can raise on the day of judgment. هَا أُمُكْرَأُ كِتَابِيَ أَنِّي ظَنَنْتُ أَنِّي مُلَاقٍ حِسَابِيَ. So that's why a significant life is centered, a truly significant life, around pleasing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But pleasing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is more comprehensive than we realize. So it's not just basically praying in the masjid or reading Quran or doing something of a partial significance and importance, but much broader than that. You know, once the Prophet ﷺ was with his companions and they saw a person building things and moving things from here and there, you know, working really hard on some menial work. And they said to the Prophet ﷺ, Ya Rasulullah, لو كان ذلك في سبيل الله. We wish this was for the sake of Allah. And the Prophet corrected that for them and he said, ما تعدون سبيل الله فيكم. What do you consider this for the sake of Allah? What is that? What do you understand from that? And he said to them, if he's supporting elderly parents, that is for the sake of Allah. If he's supporting a wife and children, that is for the sake of Allah. And you can extend that statement into including everything that is actually of benefit. You know, that's why raising kids is one of the greatest significance. But much of the time when we raise kids, we pay attention to something that may be of secondary importance. The clothings, the health, which is really important. But what about the connection to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? So we may find parents that rush into taking their kids into soccer practice, and there's nothing wrong with that, but yet neglecting bringing them to the masjid. See, this is really what matters at the end. You know, after some time you'll be gone, everybody will be gone. You think in your absence your kids will continue. What would it be? What would last after you're gone? See, this is the thing that we're talking about. You want to raise kids that know the rights of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala upon them. You want to raise kids that love Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that stay away from the haram even when you're not around, even when you're not watching them and reprimanding them, but they do things because they know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is watching. So when we're talking about significance, we don't want to forget the most important aspect of that significance, which is a connection to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And doing something for the sake of Allah and making sure that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is central in the way that we live our life. This is it, my brothers and sisters. So we're talking about different things. Again, the different enjoyable things in life are not bad. Allah made them halal. But the problem sometimes comes to us from the halal, not from the haram. From doing too much halal. Where the halal, the worldly things takes over. Something that's halal normally, something that is not haram, but eventually it takes over our life and it becomes the center of our existence. It starts as being halal, but as such, it transgresses. So that's why, my brothers and sisters, we want to make sure that we have a significance in our life, something that matters. I don't want to react to life and live my life like any other creatures. We're human beings that Allah has dignified. When He says, لَقَدْ كَرَّمْنَا بَنِي آدَمَ, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala expects more of us. And He has prepared us for something more. That's why we have to actually be up to that. There's a beautiful verse of poetry, I probably repeat it all the time, but because I like it so much. It says, I'll translate, it says, وَخُذْ لَكَ زَادَيْنِ مِنْ سِيرَةٍ وَعَمَلٍ صَالِحٍ يُدَّخَرْ وَكُنْ فِي الطَّرِيقِ عَفِيفَ الْخُطَى شَرِيفَ السَّمَاعِ عَفِيفَ النَّظَرِ وَكُنْ رَجُلًا إِذَا جَاءُوا بَعْدَهُ يَقُولُونَ مَرَّ وَهَذَا الْأَثَرِ. It says that be somebody, if people come after you, they will say, he was here, I can see the traces. Leaving something behind. Leaving something that will continue even beyond your life. Something bigger than yourself, bigger than your own life. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will multiply the reward. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to help us recognize the truth and help us follow it. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to help us recognize the falsehood and help us avoid it. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make the best of our deeds, the last ones that we do, and the best of our days that we shall meet Him. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to protect the Rohingyas. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to protect the Muslims everywhere in the world, in Syria, in Iraq, in Palestine, in Myanmar, in Bangladesh, everywhere where La ilaha illallah is declared high. إن الله أمرنا بأمر عميم بدأ بنفسه وثنى بملائكة قدسه فقال ولم يزل قائلا عليما حكيما إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم وبارك اللهم على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد اللهم أعز الإسلام والمسلمين اللهم أعز الإسلام والمسلمين اللهم أعز الإسلام والمسلمين اللهم واعلي بفضلك كلمتي الحق والدين اللهم من أراد بالمسلمين خيرا فوفقه إلى كل خير ومن أراد بهم شرا فخذه أخذ عزيز مقتدر اللهم يا واصل المنقطعين أوصلنا إليك اللهم ولا تخزنا يوم العرض عليك اللهم ارزقنا لذة النظر إلى وجهك الكريم اللهم أنا نسألك الجنة وكل ما قرب إليها من قول أو عمل ونعوذ بك من النار وكل ما قرب إليها من قول أو عمل اللهم اغفر للمسلمين والمسلمات المؤمنين والمؤمنات الأحياء منهم والأموات إنك سميع قريب مجيب الدعوات والحمد لله رب العالمين وأقم الصلاة.
الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمد رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله.
Straighten the lines and fill the gaps. If you have your cell phone, please make sure that it's turned off or put on mute. One of the brothers in the back, make sure that we fill the inside before we start lining outside. Allahu Akbar. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألف لام را كتاب أنزلناه إليك لتخرج الناس من الظلمات إلى النور بإذن ربهم إلى صراط العزيز الحميد الله الذي له ما في السماوات وما في الأرض وويل للكافرين من عذاب شديد الذين يستحبون الحياة الدنيا على الآخرة ويصدون عن سبيل الله ويبغونها عوجا أولئك في ضلال بعيد وما أرسلنا من رسول إلا بلسان قومه ليبين لهم فيضل الله من يشاء ويهدي من يشاء وهو العزيز الحكيم ولقد أرسلنا موسى بآياتنا أن أخرج قومك من الظلمات إلى النور وذكرهم بأيام الله إن في ذلك لآيات لكل صبار شكور. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. وإذ قال موسى يا قوم اذكروا نعمة الله عليكم إذ أنجاكم من آل فرعون يسومونكم سوء العذاب ويذبحون أبناءكم ويستحيون نساءكم وفي ذلكم بلاء من ربكم عظيم. وإذ تأذن ربكم لئن شكرتم لأزيدنكم ولئن كفرتم إن عذابي لشديد. وقال موسى إن تكفروا أنتم ومن في الأرض جميعا فإن الله لغني حميد. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.
Assalamu alaikum. Jazakallah khair, Dr. Imad Bayoun, for this beautiful reminder. And just one other last announcement, I forgot to mention it before. There is actually, like the brother mentioned, to help our brothers and sisters in Burma. There's Rohingya Muslims who are going through so much and are fleeing in capacities that we can't even fathom. There is a protest tomorrow organized by MAS. If you want information and you want to give your time and you want to let your voice be heard, stop by the office. I'll give you information on that. Or if you're looking for other means and ways to help, stop by the office. We can direct you, inshallah. Jazakumullahu khairan. Jumu'ah Mubarak. Assalamu alaikum.